virtual field trip in the Savanna Grasslands, which is an ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of many organisms living in their own environment. Today, we are not in Switzerland anymore, so get ready to see a great variety of animals and put on some shorts and sunscreen because it will get warm, wild, and dry.
Today we're going to go on a field trip to the Savanna Grasslands of Africa. The savannas are tropical grasslands. This means that they are grasslands like prairies, but because of their location between the two tropics, they're always warm. You can find them in Africa and Australia. This is because they are located in the part of the earth called the tropics, which is near the equator. The savanna grasslands are flat with grass, trees, hills, and pasture. The man-made elements in the savanna grasslands are mostly safari camps and tracks from the jeep cars. The savanna grasslands are vast. In the night you can hear the sounds and footsteps of animals. If you're doing a safari, don't be scared of big cats. Believe it or not, there are even people who call the savanna their home. The best known people are the Maasai, who live in Kenya and Tanzania. They live from breeding sheep, farming, and trading. They have very traditional ceremonies and beliefs. When a boy becomes a man, there's a special ceremony to make him a warrior. They believe in two gods, a red god who is evil and causes drought, and a black god who brings rain. Now I will talk about the climate in the savanna grasslands. The predominant type of weather in the savanna grasslands is sunny and hot. There are two different seasons in the savanna grasslands, the dry and the wet season. The dry season runs from October to January, and the wet season from February to September. Fun fact, the dry season is cooler than the wet season. There's approximately 10 to 12 hours of sunshine per day in the savanna grasslands. The savannas are located close to the equator. The length of the days and nights stay the same throughout the year. There's 4 inches of rainfall between December and February, and all the other months there will be no rainfall. In the savanna grasslands, there are 2 natural disasters, wildfires and droughts. Mount Saraya will tell us about flora. And I'll talk about flora. Flora means plants. They're very important for us and our planet Earth. Plants keep us and animals alive. You're surely to wonder how they do this. I'll tell you then. We inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide or CO2. Plants take in CO2 and transform it into oxygen. The plants then let out the oxygen, and it's all during the process of photosynthesis. So if we cut down trees, there will be less and less oxygen. The different kinds of grass that grow in the savanna grasslands, like red oak grass, red oats grass, stargrass, and lemongrass. There are only a few trees because there is limited water, but some trees have adapted, like baobab tree and different kinds of acacia trees. Plants are also here for feeding animals in the savanna grasslands. The animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Many animals eat plants like elephants, giraffes, and much, much more. But you will learn more about animals in this next scene, which Sophie is going to explain.
Thanks, Soraya. So as she said, I'll explain a little on the fauna in the savanna. Species found in the savanna vary to the geographic location of the biome. Some of the native animals include African elephants, zebras, horses, and giraffes. Many of the animals that call the savanna home are herbivores. The rainy season helps the animals thrive, even though it's only half the year. During the dry season, some animals migrate because the battle for water is so intense. It also depends on the severity of the drought, but if the drought is severe, the animals will have to migrate farther. Fires are more abundant during the dry season. All three of the fires, except only one species of bird, the fork-tailed drongo, stays nearby to feast on the dead or cooked insects, playing the flames. This bird has adapted to the dry season fires especially because that is dinner for the fork-tailed drongo. Would you like to know some more of the animals that live in the savanna? Do you know what the Big Five is? I have answers to these questions. First question first. More of the animals include wildebeest, warthogs, rhinos, gazelles, hyenas, cheetahs, lions, leopards, caracals, ostriches, starlings, housebirds, and weavers. Now for the latter question. The Big Five are the hardest animals to kill on foot. These animals are leopards, buffaloes, lions, elephants, and finally, rhinos. Some of the animals live in the trees, underground, or just on the surface. On the surface, for example, they might have caves or just sleep in the long grass. In the trees, they will probably have nests, or if a big cat stopped by, they might just want to sleep in the tree for the night. Underground, they might just have burrows. Would you like to know something else, like another adaptation? Well, here we are. Sometimes the savanna might be slightly more like a desert due to the dry season. Flora and fauna have to adapt to the almost desert-like conditions. Trees have roots that go deep underground to get water, like some desert plants. Now, camouflage. Camouflage helps many species in the savanna. Take the big cats, for example. They are either tan or brown. Fewer stripes can make it slightly harder for the lion to stalk their prey if the herd is running away, if the lion made an incautious step, stepping on a branch, for example, or even being spotted for carelessness. Some animals may not have camouflage, but have other ways of avoiding predators, burrowing underground, or even being nocturnal. Some of the lesser-known nocturnal animals are bush baby, aardvark, aardwolf, crowned pangolin, Cape porcupine, small spotted gannet, South African spring hare, bad-eared fox, African civet, bush pig, fennec fox, and a ferocious honey badger. The animals live together in harmony due to food webs. Now I'm going to hand it over to Daniel, doing internal balance.
Sophie. As she said, I will tell you about the internal balance of our ecosystem. I'll talk about food chains, food webs, and give examples of both. You're probably thinking, what is a food chain? Well, I'll tell you. A food chain is a series of organisms that each depend on the next source of food. Basically, the animal at the top needs the animal before it. The vulture is the predator and the hyena is the prey. An example of food chains is stargrass gets eaten by gazelles, and gazelles get eaten by cheetahs, and cheetahs get eaten by vultures. A vulture is a scavenger, a cheetah is a consumer, a gazelle is a primary consumer, and stargrass are producers. There are also different types of animals, like carnivores. They eat meat. Herbivores eat grass, and omnivores eat both. How do these food chains become food webs? I'll tell you. Multiple food chains make up one huge food web. A food web is a connection of food chains. Now pretend if a cheetah gets extinct, then there is more gazelles, primary consumers, and then there will be less vultures, decomposers. Now Sheikha will tell us about balance external.
Thanks, Daniel. I am Sheikha, and as Daniel said, I'll explain the balance in external in the savanna. I'm going to tell you about what the natural disasters that can affect the balance of the savanna. Some of these disasters are caused by human action. So basically, human action is carvings made from African blackwood, which is a savanna tree, and normally gets sold to tourists in the market. Another reason would be desertification. So each year, over 46,000 square kilometers of African savanna becomes into a desert. Also, the savanna is harmed by habitat loss, which is also caused by human actions. Now I'll explain what the human influences that can affect the balance of the savanna. Climate change, for example, which would cause more fires, especially during the dry season. Also, there's rising atmospheric CO2. Land cover change has also affected the savanna. Overgrazing, for example.
Now, there may not be enough grass left for a native animal. Our sources will be stated at the end of our presentation.